Morning, girls. How we doing? We are back here again with Amberlynn Reid, and this is the truth behind my Crumbl Cookies video. You know, my Crumbl Cookie video. I don't care. I'm sorry. Isn't this like the fourth time this has been in like the thumbnail? I'm saying at the very, very least. At this point, it's just like, okay, who cares? And obviously I did my audio test, so I'm already aware that this was apparently recorded on the 31st of December, and that's kind of odd, because it's only a couple days after she recorded the first one, which was on the 28th, I think it was, or the 29th, I think it was the 28th, because she recorded saying she received it on her birthday, so it was an evil, angry, spiteful person who did it. But then she said she was going to release her videos in order, like when she was filming them, so that was meant to be the plan of doing every 2 days, all that kind of jazz. But for some reason, this one, which is filmed 2 days after that, is now out after 4 full Q&As, which were posted, like, I think on the 29th or the 30th of December, so like 1 day before this was meant to happen, which kind of does show that she actually then recorded all 4 Q&As in one go, and she just changed her t-shirt. So I guess that's finally proof of that. Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So today is actually the 31st. So I love being
Sorry, I spoiled that for you.
So I can definitely upload every other day for you guys. But it's moments like this.
For you, see, I'm uploading for you guys. You know, the people I'm putting 0% effort. If you're uploading it for your obviously loving fan base, wouldn't you put any effort into these like in any way? Like, wouldn't you like try and make them like fun or interesting or something like that, as opposed to 5 videos in a row of you sitting on a couch?
Where I wish I wouldn't have done that, because it's like by the time this goes up, this is probably old news, but who knows? Those things stay floating around for.
Well, so that double proves it then about the, because she's trying to act like, oh, I wish I could upload this straight away, but well, I had to upload those 4 Q&As first because I filmed them first. But that doesn't make any sense, because like I said, the Q&As, she posted asking for the questions like 1 day before this. So I don't buy it. I don't buy it whatsoever.
Forever sometimes. But today is the 31st of December, so hello.
Hey, just say that 3 more times. It's so weird when you did the Q&A, you didn't once during any 4 of them mention what date it was. That's suspicious.
And we just need to like talk about this cookie crumble thing for the last time. I kind of want to do a timeline of events and kind of explain the situation a little more, especially to people who probably have no idea what's going on. Literally in April.
How can people not know what's going on? You've brought it up like 4 times, and I mean 4 times in the past 2 weeks. How could people be like, Crumbl? I don't understand that.
April of last year, I sent a seductive video to my partner at the time, and since then, it has.
Well, she wasn't your partner at the time. Partner would be a weird way of saying, like, it's like describing like a fuck buddy as a partner. Well, that's my partner. It's like, no, it's your fuck buddy. That person had a wife. They're not your partner.
Been leaked by somebody, and it happened on my birthday at night while I was literally at my grandma's. So it happened on December 27th.
Okay. Does the time matter? It's leaked at night. Oh no.
I'm literally at my grandma's house.
So?
People are really out here thinking I'm sitting on my grandma's couch and we're all just laughing and having a good time together, but I'm over here like leaking and looking at my sexual photos.
Yeah, I do know what, I see 100%. I imagine that is something you would do, because hanging out with your granny, that is, I genuinely do think you do not care about that whatsoever. If Tommy had allowed you to stay in Wisconsin, I think you'd have already moved. You'd have still be falling out with your mom. You would never talk to your mom again until the next time this all happens. Because especially you weren't okay with your mom until you fell out with Feline. The second you fell out with Feline, suddenly you and your mom were great. And then the second you went to Wisconsin, suddenly you and your mom weren't great again. I 100% think that is actually something you would do. It's a really poor defense. I'm sorry, bro.
Photos and videos, and I'm sending them to reaction channels. If you guys think that that's me, I don't know what to tell you, but I have a full-fledged alibi. So
I have an alibi. I couldn't have texted someone because I was at my granny's house. Does your granny's house have really bad signal or something like that? Is that the alibi we're going for? I couldn't have texted that. I was at my granny's. The judge is like, I've heard enough. Let her go free. She's an innocent woman. So silly. What?
I had no idea that this was happening. I'm literally blowing out candles. I'm playing a card game with my family.
It's an even better alibi. She blew out some how was she meant to text someone? She blew out some candles at one point during that entire night. You know what? I'm kind of convinced.
I'm opening birthday gifts.
She even opened a birthday. How was she meant to have sent? She opened a birthday gift, guys. You know what? Call me now, baby.
Like bawling my eyes out because my mom got me the most sentimental thing ever, and I still have.
She's crying, guys. How could she? I'm going to stop doing that.
I haven't shown you guys that. So while all that's happening, someone...
Why have you not shown us that? You're trying to pretend you were doing these in order. And I remember on the one that you released, the first time you talked about this Crumbl Cookie thing, you were talking about that birthday gift that was the greatest, most important thing that's ever existed ever in the entire world. But you couldn't show that maybe the next day and then film the Q&As after that. No. Apparently, we have to do this in order, and the Q&As, just way too important.
Someone is actually leaking this video. So I have no idea about it. I wake up the next morning on the 28th, and that's when I find out. And all I know is that 2 reaction channels saw it. I know that Jordy saw it and FFG saw it. And in my brain...
That's a really weird mix. That's a really weird mix. I'm trying to think why would you pick those two? Because I 100% do. I think Amber picked those two. I do think Amber probably picked those two. I'm not... See, the biggest problem for me is I follow Chantel better than I do Amber. So with Amber, I'm not sure... like, what people's numbers are. Like, I know, like, Yaba, she might get, like, 2,000 to 3,000. FFG might get, like, 4,000 to 5,000. You know, like, those kind of like numbers on live streams. You know, I know what Milky might get. I know what, like, Pulpy might get. I know Joe's general kind of numbers because I follow them talking about Foodie Beauty a lot more. With, like, Jordy, I never watched one of his live, so I don't know what kind of numbers he gets live. So I'm not sure if Jordy is kind of like the top dog right now. And it would make sense if you're trying to leak it, and Amber wanted attention from this, that she would send it to Jordy, especially because she already blames Jordy for everything, Laurel. I know Ankle gets like really good numbers because I watched the Ankle, so obviously like he's up there, he's one of the big ones now. I don't think she would send it to him just because she clearly hates him so much, because I'm pretty sure people came into the comments and told me when she was complaining about like a reaction channel saying that they're being like copyright struck. Like, he did that because then he mentioned it as well in his reaction to it, where he said he never said he was copyright struck, he was the community guidelines struck, which is actually what I said it was probably what it was, because, like, even I have been community guidelines struck before. So, yeah, I'm not 100% sure why FFG was picked. I remember FFG mentioning it when the whole thing happened. Maybe lots of people did get sent it, to be fair, and maybe they're just, like, saying, nah, I never even saw it, I never even saw it, bro, because they just don't want to be involved in case this whole thing goes, like, legal.
I thought the reason why they saw it was because the person who created a fake Twitter, I guess, sent it to them directly. So the reason why it didn't bother me that bad is because I genuinely thought from the bottom of my heart that the person that did this was just trying to get under my skin. And I believe, as much as I hate Jordy, as much as I hate FFG, I know that they're smart enough not to leak.
No! Oh my god. In her last Q&A, she literally came on and was asked the question by herself, obviously. It's like, is there anything you have done at all online to deserve hate? And she's like, no, not even close. Someone to hate me? No. Maybe some mild criticism. But oh lordy, it's Jordy. I guess you're laughing at her and apparently every 2 minutes making a fat joke. Hate. The hate is deserved. FFG, who doesn't even cover Amber, hate. She hates FFG. But if you hate her for falsely accusing someone of rape, for all the creepy stuff with kind of like underagey kind of people, for people coming in saying she like coerced a child into sending all that kind of stuff. The cat stuff, the other cat stuff, and also now the other cat stuff. I shouldn't have 3 cat stuffs listed, but I guess I can do all of that. No, you're not allowed to hate her for that. Maybe a little bit of mild criticism, but you're a reaction channel. You deserve all that hate.
Leak something like that. So I literally was just letting it roll off my back, and I was like,
well, how would they leak it? Did they super hack you? What? That doesn't make sense. Okay, her story already doesn't work because she's trying to say that they were sending it. She's like, well, that's what I thought at first. Well, hopefully FFG and Jordy aren't stupid enough to have been the ones to leak it. And it's like, how could they have leaked it? Did you send it to them? If you sent it to them personally, okay, I guess maybe. But, like, you didn't. You're claiming that you didn't send it to them. How could they have been the ones to leak it unless they're super hackers? Like, I know Jordy plays World of Warcraft, but I don't know if he's a super hacker.
Like, you know what? It is what it is. How could it possibly get any worse? So that day, that is when I filmed. Y'all, I know who did this. It was totally Erica. I was accusing her because literally it was the only thing that made sense. 4 people have seen the video, but there's only 2 of them.
We're up to 4 now. Originally it was 3. Because originally it was Erica, I don't know what, okay, I guess she's going to include 4 because she's going to include Erica's wife, whatever that person's name is, her current girlfriend, and Alexis. Okay.
That actually have it. Erica has seen it, Alexis has seen it, Tommy has seen it, and Brittany has seen it. But the only people that have it...
Remember, this is the woman who's like saying, like, she's doing this entire story again, even though we have already heard literally all of this before, is her going like, this is to catch up people who don't know. And she's just listing people's names. And if you are not up to date with her weird, random drama that happened on other people's channels, you will have no idea who Erica and Brittany are.
Is Erica and Alexis. I never actually sent it to Tommy. I thought I did, but thankfully I do daily journal. I went back and I was reading like a mad woman, and I never sent it to Tommy.
You didn't decide to look at your WhatsApp? Your WhatsApp that keeps a record of everything you send? You didn't look at that. You had to look at your journal. I love she was like pretending there was like a book opening, even though like we know she types it up, so you could probably just like Control F and type, Crumbl Cookie. You probably could just do something like that, and it would find the result a lot quicker. Remember, she specifically says that she types it up on her phone first, then types it up later after that on her MacBook. Then when she's happy, she puts the third draft then into one of her formal journals because she's like writing her memoirs. So, firstly, that doesn't make sense. You trying to pretend that it was in your book because you could have just easily found it on your thing. Also, like, could have just easily checked any of your messenger apps. I'm assuming you probably don't use 17 Usually you have like one messenger app per person. It's very weird if you're like, well, I'm going to message this person on Facebook today and like Instagram tomorrow, and then I'm going to get Telegram for Tuesday. It's not likely.
Tommy, I actually showed it to her when she first came to visit me. So she does not have the video at all. When I told...
Well, no one believes you. I think that's just the biggest problem, especially when at one point you said, yes, she has it, and then everyone's like, oh, okay, so she's the one who leaked it then, and you're like, no, she doesn't actually have it, haha, haters, haha, you can't use that against me now.
I told Tommy that this was happening, she was shooketh. When I told Alexis, wow. Shooketh. Alexis immediately...
So shooketh? Oh my god. Remember she's trying to do this as like a serious thing, where she first applied this, it was like revenge porn, but like now she's going, I was like shooketh, guys. It's like... You know what? I'm sure if you went to like a court and were just like, I was like so shooketh about this whole thing, because I'm sure for like revenge porn, it probably is one of those things where you have to have been like negatively affected emotionally by it. And if you're sitting there making a joke about it online, I don't know how far that would get in court.
Immediately was like, get the law involved, girly pop. It's neither Tommy, because Tommy deeply loves me. Like, why would you do that to someone in a relationship?
I don't know. Why would you abuse your previous girlfriends? Why would you throw a Code Red can at Destiny? Why would you, apparently, she hit Crystal, didn't she? Why would you, firstly, potentially sexually assault Casey, and then why would you later accuse him of raping you? I just couldn't tell you.
For one. And for two, Tommy is just not that person. Like, she knows that this would freaking hurt me, and she doesn't...
Well, it's been a couple months. You've known each other for a couple of months. Bro... I don't know, maybe have a brow older than her first.
Want to hurt me. She wants to do everything she can not to do that. And Alexis, I know it's not her. She immediately said get the law involved. And she's currently in her...
So? What? Why would that... Alexis said get the law involved. It's like, but why would that mean anything? Also, you can't get the law involved. It's not revenge pornography. Because you said it's not even like a sexual video. You specifically said that on the video on the 28th. So how are you going to get the law involved? It's like someone shared around a video of me. What were you doing? Nothing sexual in it whatsoever. It's like, oh, okay. Bro, I don't know what you want me to do here.
Her healing and happy era, and I'm so proud of her because she definitely deserves it. So a lot of people are like, Amberlynn, why did you...
See, it just feels fake because I know there's been a lot of drama because I don't believe her with the... I'm suddenly putting dates on this suddenly again after I didn't for the last 5 videos. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying this was actually from the 31st. I'm 100% buying that this is recent because she's trying to suck up to Alexis too much when there's been a lot of drama in the background with Alexis now.
Seemed like so happy and you were smiling in that video where you were like accusing Erica. It's not that I was happy. I literally was just like too shocked to even...
What are you talking about? You literally did a performance. You did a Nikocado blink. You did a full scripted performance with the most editing I've ever seen in any of your videos. Guys, I was shocked. I was really actually upset about that. That's why I pretended to be Nikocado Avocado.
Be mad. I was like, whatever. 2 reaction channels saw it. Like, I really don't care. Like, what?
Well, actually, no. Because now you're describing how you felt during that whole thing. But you already said that you didn't know who had seen it. You only found out recently that it was only those 2 reaction channels who did it, and that's what changed your whole mind about it. So suddenly, now, before that video, you knew there was only 2 people who had actually seen it. It doesn't make sense.
What are they going to do with it? They're probably going to talk shit about it, and that's that. But no one else was going to see it, from what I understood. Because I thought the person who made the Twitter sent it to those 2 reaction channels, and then they deleted their Twitter, and I thought that was...
Why would they do that? That wouldn't even make sense. Like, why would they just randomly send it to 2? And I'm pretty sure... FFG made a point that someone had sent it to her from the community or something like that. And I'm sure there are people in her chat who were talking about having seen it as well. I'm not really buying this. This all doesn't really make sense to me. Why would some random person pop up and release it to 2? One person who does seem relevant, oh Lordy Shorty, and then one who doesn't even cover you, FFG. That doesn't make sense to me like, at all.
That was literally the end of it. So the 29th happened, and I low-key was just like staying off of social media, so I have no idea what happened that day. So then on the 30th, that is when the video went up where I was like,
what day was it when you posted the Q&A thing?
Erica, I know it was you who did that. And I'm telling you, I don't know why I was shocked, but I was literally shocked. People were like, Amberlynn, we know you did it. Just to stir up some drama, just to stir up some views. I'm sorry, but if I wanted...
I think some people said that you did it to get away from the rarity thing. That's believable, in my opinion. And yeah, I do imagine you would do something like that for views. I think you did that because you think you're sexy. It's also like, Boogie did this whole thing where he suddenly got an OnlyFans. He suddenly decided to do an OnlyFans. Later on, he pretended that the only reason he opened the OnlyFans was because of his cancer treatment, and he needed money desperately for his cancer treatment. The cancer that he turned out that was actually, he was lying about and actually didn't have. But he did this whole like big song and dance about setting up an OnlyFans and how he was going to like film content with OnlyFans girls. And he claims lots of people signed up for it. Do I believe that? No, I don't. But, whatever, sure, papa. He then barely uploaded anything to it. And the things he uploaded to it were his, like, TikTok videos. But in my opinion, it was him trying to put his foot in the door to kind of test the waters to see. Because then he got his weird sugar baby, like, 19-year-old girlfriend not long after that, and he is 50. And he started, like, talking repeatedly about wanting to do OnlyFans contents of him fucking her. And then he did a documentary where she was naked in the bath with him and all. And it was kind of, like, a bit scandalous. 100% I think that was him kind of testing the water. I think this was also Amberlynn kind of testing the water because she thinks she's hot shit right now.
I wanted to stir up drama and stir up some views. I would have released that video, like letting y'all know, like this is what's about to go down. Like follow me over here because it's about to be over there.
But where would you have released it? Apparently it's like, because people described it as, I can't remember, I think it was Dell. Came into my chat and described it as seeing Amber playing with her sad little titties. It was something like that during a live stream. So where would you have posted that? That you playing with your tits. Where would you have posted that? YouTube? You wouldn't have got any views or money from that, like at all. Like where would you have posted that? I don't think you have Twitter. TikTok wouldn't have allowed it either because adult content, even though you said it's not sexual in any way. Where are we planning to have released this unless you set up an OnlyFans just to release that thing? And to put it bluntly, I think everyone knows it'd very quickly just show up on Kiwi Farms and everyone would watch it there.
Like, I wouldn't just send it to 2 random reaction channels. Like, would not happen that way. And I'm telling you, that is so out of my character. And for anyone to think that I would do this, you do not know me at all. I said that if I was...
I love she just says that, even though earlier on, she was trying to act shocked at the idea of people even being mean to their partners. Remember that. That was her earlier argument. It's like, why would you ever be mean to your girlfriend? That's her argument. And now we're here at the point of like, you guys clearly don't know me. I'm too nice a person to do any of this shit.
I would share it on my own time. But instead, someone else chose that for me. And I didn't get to decide this. And then on top of people saying it was me who leaked it, there was other group of people who were like, actually, Amberlynn and Tommy are like selling it on like random websites. First of all, no. I made it very clear that if I was to show this video, y'all would know about it. Y'all would have known about it. So all of these things were adding up and I was starting to feel...
But you made that point known after the fact. What? That doesn't make sense. That's not a good argument. If an argument comes after the fact, then it's not an argument.
Super overwhelmed. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. People actually think that I did this?
Yes.
That was upsetting. As if it couldn't get any worse.
Wow.
All of a sudden, hundreds of people were seeing it, which I have no idea how that happened because it's like, if this person...
Well, it got released. That's why, because it's on the internet now. Because like, she's probably going to try and go for some kind of argument. And obviously, I don't know what American laws, and the laws will actually probably change depending on the country, everything like that. But from what I would assume, those people can share that because that's not revenge pornography anymore. If it's online, you can maybe argue copyright, I guess, because technically it's your copyright material if you recorded the video yourself. But only would be revenge porn if it was someone in your life that released it, or like the original point of releasing it, and they were doing it for some form of revenge, because it's kind of the revenge porn aspect of it. So, if, for example, she had some to Lourdes Jody and Lourdes Jody sent it to a bunch of people, but obviously I don't think he would do that. I think that would be a gross thing to do anyway. I don't think you could really get in much trouble for it unless you wanted to sue him, saying, well, I intended to release that as a product. As such, him releasing it has cost me X amount of dollars per every single person he sent it to. He wouldn't be done for revenge porn.
Person only sent it to 2 reaction channels. Which reaction channel did it? And where did they leak it? Like,
see, this is where the whole fake thing comes in, where now she's trying to say, okay, well, maybe it wasn't Erica, the person I've always blamed. Maybe it was, oh lordy, it's Jordy. Why would you assume the person only sent it to 2 reaction channels? What?
How have so many people seen this? I feel fucking violated. People are making fun of me. People are...
Well, no, that's never happened before. She feels violated, guys, because people have suddenly decided to make fun of her. Bro, it's really cringe. I made a point back in the day that I feel this is kind of ripping off Chantal. Chantal did a whole, like, her pictures from OnlyFans, even though it wasn't from OnlyFans, it was actually once she put it up on a community tab post, were being shared around on Lolcar Live, and she came up and goes, guys, I have been violated by these men. Like, that whole shit, it feels like she's just leeching off Chantal.
Calling me cringe. People are watching the video.
My sex tape has been leaked and I feel violated. They called me cringe. You're a fucking joke.
That I did not give permission to watch. At this point, I am triggered. I feel violated.
Oh my god.
I feel disrespected.
Are you not going to do Nick Cado Blink this time? Are you not going to do a little performance thing where you flutter your eyebrows? Oh, you guys. Are you not going to do that this time?
I feel disgusted. I literally feel sick. And I truly believed that Erica
well, it might help you lose some weight then.
Was the person who did this. So it was last night on the 30th. I am feeling all these ways. And then George...
Didn't Alexis, like, come out and say that Amber had actually reached out to her and said, was it you? Even though when she filmed the thing on the 28th, she just immediately knew it was Erica.
He goes live, and I go into his live stream, and I talk in his chat because he has such a large platform, and
You have a meltdown in his chat. Also, apparently, why? It's because he has a large platform. Well, no, wouldn't you go into his chat because you are aware, in your head, which you're claiming at the time, he was only one of 2 people who had been sent it.
Let it be known, I did not leak this because that is what Jordy was saying. That is what the chat was saying. And I wanted everyone to know from me that I did not do this. So
why would anyone give a fuck what you say? You're an unreliable narrator. We don't care what you say. Like, I obviously like thinks that she can just walk into someone and say, hey guys, just so you know, the sky currently purple. And everyone would be like, oh, I love purple. That's what grapes look like. That's great.
Instead of people believing me, they wanted to believe the
I realized I should have said that's grape, but you know, whatever.
More fun narrative. So they were still believing, nope, you did it.
No, people aren't doing it because it's the more fun narrative. People are doing it because they don't believe you. That's it. People aren't like getting together with Illuminati meetings and going like, shh, we'll all pretend we just believe it the other way. Yeah, we'll all agree. Okay, on 3, 2, 1, hail Satan. We're not saying that. We're just going like, you've lied about a lot of things. You probably lied about this. You're cringe. And then you'll cry and say that you're violated because I called you cringe.
Tommy did it. And I'm telling you, since everything was already so freaking heavy and I felt like his audience and him were taunting me and they were calling me a liar. And on top of it, I already felt violated, etc., etc.
I felt violated, etc., etc. Literally, that is how I would feel. You know, I would say it out loud like that. I feel violated, etc., etc. You know what I'm talking about? Revenge porn that apparently sent me into a massive downward spiral.
Snapped. As embarrassing as it is, I had a very...
As embarrassing as it is? Well, it's almost like you went in there deliberately to do that. It's almost weird. You know when people said you were doing this little thing for attention and, you know, clicks and stuff like that? It's so weird that you did that and you're sitting smiling about it because that actually did get you quite a bit of attention. It's so weird.
Mini BPD meltdown. I was not able to regulate my
emotions in that
moment because it was like thousands of people were calling me a liar over something that I literally am not lying about. Truly in that moment, like...
That's literally every day for you, though. I think you'll be well used to it.
I felt like the whole world was against me. So during that...
Your whole world is against you. That's why you should probably just get off the internet. Because people don't like you. People don't agree with you. People don't believe you. Coming to your channel, I guarantee you're going to be mainly downvotes. Comment section going to be mainly people shitting on you. So trying to act like this was a special thing, you going in and people being mean to you, it's just not realistic.
Episode that I had, like, I was out of character. Like, I was in his chat saying...
You were out of character by being a dickhead. Wow. I'm not seeing it, but okay.
Things that I normally wouldn't say. I was posting on my community tab and then...
What was she saying? Wasn't she, like, just insulting him and calling him, like, a fucking incel, like a basement dweller? Which is literally something she did on her Q&A, like, a day ago. So it is something you would usually say.
People were saying that I was drunk. Like, no, literally I was completely sober. Like, what you witnessed was a symptom of my BPD. And I know a lot of people like, you're just...
Have you been diagnosed with that yet? Maybe start with that.
Just making excuses. Fine. Let it be an excuse. Yeah. But I'm literally explaining to you and trying to give you an explanation of the reason why I was behaving the way I...
Well, no, you're trying to give an excuse as to why you were pretending to be in that way. Because I don't believe that you have BPD. I believe that you were doing it for attention because you're a loser.
It doesn't...
I honestly think she rocked in there hoping she would have central stage and, like, be able to, like, argue with Jordy and kind of shoot him down and own him. Because, like I said, I have heard from, like, one of the other reaction channels, I can't remember who it was now, that she's been in, like, another reaction channel's one recently in a live stream, and they have, like, a couple hundred people, I think, you know, kind of like my size. And she was in there, like, talking to them, and apparently that person is quite receptive and quite nice to them. Like, I think she probably thought it was going to be like that. She was going to show up and everyone going to be like, oh my god, it's Amberlynn! Put hearts in chat for Amberlynn! And then Jordy, in the smartest way to deal with someone like Amber, he just blocked her. Because that is easily the best thing you can do to someone like Amber. And I think that's what caused the whole meltdown. It's not a BPD meltdown or anything like that. It's a narcissistic temper tantrum because she wanted to go in there and say her piece. And then Jordy's like, nope, block. And that's why she went to her community tab post and had a meltdown.
Make it okay, but I'm telling you, I felt so overwhelmed and triggered and just
Clearly
violated. What has been done is not okay.
What the fuck was that?
So overwhelmed and triggered and just violated. What has been done.
What? What a weird thing to cut in. It was like, that was like a comedy sketch. Violated! It was like, you know, like you're doing letter of the day for fucking, for Sesame Street. And it's like, our letter of the day is V. What does V stand for? Violated! Like, I'm sure someone's going to make that short at some point. Like, it doesn't feel genuine when you have to cut that in randomly in there because I guess you couldn't think of something interesting to say at the time.
Is not okay. Like, I was literally so triggered that I filmed a whole YouTube video right after the whole drama with me and Jordy. I'm like literally cussing out Erica and Brittany, and I'm telling you this video will never see the light of day because I'm so triggered in it. Like, a lot of people suffer with mental illness.
What are you talking about? You already released a video where you're doing a Nikocado sketch about it. I'm sorry, you can't later come on days afterwards and go like, by the way, I'm now triggered by it. Not when I first heard about it. I was like, whatever. That's entirely cool. I don't mind, like, whatsoever. Fuck it, whatever. It's not even a sexual thing in any way whatsoever. Who cares about it? And then days later be like, oh, by the way, actually, I'm super triggered now.
Illness and BPD is painful, and it turns you into someone that you're literally not. And
I understand
that is very much the reason why I need to go to therapy, because of situations like this, when it does feel like...
So when's the therapy arc going to happen? Never?
The whole world is against you. I need to learn how to regulate my emotions because I could not do it last night. So I ended up freaking deleting that video that, like I said, will never see the light of day. Like, no one will ever see that video because I am popping off in it. So then I wake up again today and people are still believing everything other than the very thing that makes sense. Like, think for...
Well, the very thing that makes sense actually is you doing it for attention, especially when you went into the Lord It's Jordy's thing, which you literally said you purposely picked because he had the large platform. That's literally why you said you did that. So for you trying to argue I didn't do it for attention, but also at the same time saying the reason you went to Lord It's Jordy specifically is because he has a large audience of thousands of people, doesn't make sense.
For a second, why would I do this to myself? I wouldn't.
Attention. You've made 3 videos on it so far. It's been the most talked about thing with you for absolute ages when the rest of your content is a fucking shitty Q&A. It also got some people to stop talking about the rarity thing for a while.
Why would Tommy do this to me? Someone who...
Hates you, testing the waters. Do you know what? If I'm going to believe that this wasn't like a joint operation from you two, that's so silly for me to have to say, a joint operation, special forces. Like, if I'm going to believe that it was just Tommy who just happened to do it herself on Amberlynn, the reason I would assume she would do it is either because they're fighting and Tommy seems like a psychopath, so she did it just to hurt Amber. Seems perfectly reasonable in my opinion. Or the other thing is that Tommy wants to try and test the water. She wanted to try and release it and be like, see, babe, we could get so much money if we sold that. Anyway, it's already up. They've already seen the tits. We might as well make you into a hookai.
Deeply loves me and cares about me.
Clearly.
And not only that, she doesn't even have the
She fed the last person to death. I wouldn't argue that person loves you.
freaking video. And to make matters worse, and to make it look like I really am the one lying, people contacted Erica, and I saw that Erica today is denying it in messages, saying that she didn't do it, and that supposedly she deleted services. She doesn't even have the same phone. She doesn't have any of the photos that she once had, etc., etc. But can you genuinely explain to me how a photo that I sent to her reached an Instagram called Disrespectful Moments? And I'm literally showing...
That's a weird jump cut there. I also love I heard her washing machine going in the background there. Well, okay. See, the problem is we have 2 choices, okay? I can believe that Erica, 6 months after the fact, decided to mess with you for some reason. Just for some reason. Erica, 6 months later, was like, you know what? Might as well. Just might as well. I might as well, especially if they're trying to pretend it's revenge porn, because that would just imply that Erica is incredibly stupid. And if the whole, like, falling in love with Amber thing, despite it trying to be a troll, is real, I guess Erica kind of is incredibly stupid. But it'd be a really high level of incredibly stupid if Erica was literally the only person in the entire world who had it and decided to release it. That wouldn't make any sense whatsoever, especially because Erica probably wouldn't be aware that Alexis would have it. So, like, she would literally be the only suspect. So I'm not buying that, like, whatsoever. you arguing the point that, oh, I happened to notice these pictures from like whenever ago, and I immediately recognized these random pictures from 6 months ago as being ones that I randomly sent to Erica one day. It's like, that's too specific. Like, if you sent me a picture of me from like a week ago, I'd be like, bro, I don't even know where am I? You know, I would have no idea. I'd be like, did I take that? Did a friend of mine take that? Did some random person on the street take that? I wouldn't know, but Amber can remember these random pictures from full 6 months ago. It makes it sound like you sent those to, like, already yourself, because they're just like harmless little pictures, as your alibi to try and explain why you couldn't have possibly done this and why it was definitely Erica, because why I only sent those to Erica.
To you guys right here. These photos were for Erica that I sent to Erica that my mom actually took for me. The only person in the whole entire world that received these photos were Erica. So that was,
and you, because you sent them
just a couple weeks ago, that either Erica or Brittany, because Brittany has seen every single photo and video that I sent Erica, supposedly. That's what Brittany said. She has seen every single one. So if they're the only two people who have seen these two photos of me, how are they not the ones that sent it to Despicable Moments?
Well, you're also one of the people who saw them. So, it's not a good argument when your argument is, it can't have been me, because Erica had these other pictures that I also had access to. It's like, literally, okay, so it literally still could just be you then.
Like, make that make sense. So what else for me builds up evidence that it could be Erica or Brittany? And at this point, I'm thinking maybe it's Brittany. Like, this is genuinely all speculation. Like, I am the one that's being violated. A sexual video of me has been released.
So it's sexual now. Fantastic. We finally got to that. I guess it wasn't strong enough earlier on when you said it wasn't sexual in any way.
Released without my permission. People seem to be forgetting that part. Anyways, I'm watching a reaction channel last.
Wow, such a victim. See, the people aren't forgetting that part. They think you did it. They're not forgetting it. They're not forgetting it. You were violated because it was released without your permission. They instead think it was released fully with your permission by you.
Last night, and they go to Brittany's Instagram, which I can't see anything on Brittany's Instagram. I might add, I also messaged her last night and I said, which one of you was it? Was it you or Erica? And she hasn't even read the message. She'll never read the message. She's too scared. She's not going to read it. She's not going to reply.
Well, or she just doesn't want to talk to you. She must be scared of me, because you're really intimidating. Or she doesn't want to talk to you. You're a weirdo. Maybe stop reaching out to random people, weirdo.
Literally was like, which one of you did it? But when you go to her profile, if you're not following her, then you can't see any of her posts. But
Crazy.
I guess this reaction channel is
like a private thing? That's crazy.
Following her because she was able to see the reels literally just a few weeks ago.
Or you were blocked. Maybe that's why. Why did I do that again? Maybe you were blocked and that's why you couldn't see anything, because you were blocked. Maybe that's it. Because surely if you were describing, you'd describe it as it was a private account. Surely you'd be able to describe it that way. As opposed, I just couldn't see anything, guys.
Still talking about me on her Instagram, and it is full of bitterness. Someone who wants to attack me and to hurt me,
That's definitely not what this video comes across as in any way.
etc. So I'm just going to show you that clip right here.
This here, from November 23rd, when you tell your big back side.
Bro, this is at 1444. Whose fault is this? Is this Amber's fault? Or is this person's fault? I can't read any of it. Mom, look at all this spare room. Pull that out a little bit here. I don't know who this person is, sorry.
Side snack. You're at home watching TV, but you're really out living your best life. Meanwhile, they're at home washing their tube sock titties in the sink next to the spoons and plates. Spongegate.
Okay.
So this is November 23rd, and this is obviously a reference to Amberlynn.
So clearly I am.
Is it? Okay, maybe because a person was speaking kind of a bit quietly compared to everything. Maybe I did miss something. I wouldn't immediately assume that's to do with Amberlynn. I'm also going to say I haven't watched any Amberlynn content on her Instagram or her TikToks or anything in a very long time. I've mainly just been sticking to the videos, so I don't know. Maybe she has been talking about Erica and Brittany on her Instagram or doing her TikToks, where she was just doing her standard thing, was shooting shots at them every once in a while, or doing Instagram Q&As, where of course she loves talking about her exes constantly. Sorry, I died again there a little bit. So I'm assuming maybe she did that, and that's why the person's still talking about you. I just can't believe what Amber says.
I'm massively still on Brittany's mind. And you know what? Maybe it wasn't Erica. And
it's also kind of rude, in my opinion, to use a reaction channel's content and just say, this reaction channel happened to be... Well, why didn't you say who they were? You used their content. That is kind of rude. Even though I might not like you, I still link your video in my description.
For that, I'm going to apologize. I will gladly apologize. I am not afraid to admit when I am wrong, but we also have to be very realistic. Erica and Brittany are both liars. Erica literally lied to me and to her
What about you, bro? What about you, weirdo?
wife every single day for almost a year. When you look at the logistics of it,
And you lied acting like this was your magical, perfect girlfriend when it was actually just some random fuck buddy who apparently was trolling you and also had a wife that you apparently knew about, but you're acting like it was the most magical relationship in the entire world.
that is hundreds of lies and deceit a day. But regardless, I am done talking about this.
Again.
Obviously, I'm not going to get the freaking law involved because every time Amberlynn brings up the law, it makes her look pathetic and weak. I am
Well, yeah, because you are pathetic and weak. But the reason you can't get the law involved is because, well, you did it. That's it. If you honestly thought, okay, well, it's definitely either Erica or Brittany who's done this, because look at her, she's so obsessed with me, she's still talking about me in this vaguely worded Instagram post or whatever. Oh, it's definitely her. If you actually thought that, then you would do it. Why would you? I'm not going to get the law involved because the reaction channels will laugh at me. They're going to laugh at you like either way. So that is a really poor defense, and it just shows that you're really just lying about this entire thing. The reason you're getting the law involved is because, well, firstly, you argued in the first video that it wasn't revenge porn because it wasn't sexual in nature, so it can't have been possibly been revenge porn. Now you're arguing that it was sexual in nature, so you can argue that it was revenge porn, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. And who else are you going to go after? Apart from them, you can't go after any of the reaction channels because they didn't release revenge porn on you. They released possibly copyrighted material, and that's pretty much it.
Genuinely just going based off of, I filmed a video for one person. I sent it to 2.
So you already fucked up. See, the biggest problem is when Amber says something like that as well, if you're going to try and go down the legal route off it, and you say, this is revenge porn, guys, it's so scary. And it's so serious. She sent revenge porn to me out. And I don't know, the police dude is going to be sitting there and be like, okay, so it's literally only this one person. You've only sent it this Erica person. This should be an open and shut case, ma'am. We should be able to get her. It's like, well, I also showed my girlfriend that. I think I sent it to her, but I'm not sure. I also sent it to this random girl who keeps trolling me online as well. I sent it to her too. And I'm pretty sure Erica also sent it to Brittany, who's her wife, by the way, because Brittany looked through her phone because obviously she was cheating on her, so she got access to her phone then, so she could check what our messages were like. The police are just going to be like, bro, you've sent it to too many people already at this point. How the fuck are we going to track down who actually it was? Because if you start bringing in possible other side characters, the police just do not have time to try and investigate every possible angle for every possible person you possibly may have sent it to, especially when you first claimed there was only one person you sent it to.
I'm the one that should be upset, but no one is giving me the room to do that, so I'm gonna do that in private. Whoever did this knows that
just like Rarity. Yeah, whoever did this does know that they did it. This person right here. I love she keeps arguing this point over and over again. Oh my god, people are so mean, they forget that I'm the victim here. No, people think that you did it, so they do not think that you're the victim here.
they did it, and they're probably happy that they did it. They're probably sitting back, they're probably laughing, they're
They're probably sitting here smirking constantly in this video where they're trying to pretend to be revenge porn and giggling and stuff like that, and they're a Nick Kato sketch. They probably are doing all of those things.
watching all the drama go down because they got exactly what they wanted out of doing this. And you know what? Round of applause. Good job.
Then why bring attention to it in 4 videos? If you're doing this whole thing where you've been ruined once again for the billionth time by people not believing you because you're the best person in the entire world and everyone is just awful for never believing you, why talk about it? Especially you go, they got what they wanted. It's then why give them what they want? Why upload this video? You literally have recorded this video where you recognize this is what they wanted and you're still doing it as opposed to just not talking about it again.
Job. But as for me, I'm taking a step back. A lot of people are doing 2025 no spend, or have you guys ever heard of no shave November? Well, I'm about to do no reaction channel, no hater comment.
Well, you just did this 4 videos in a row about the reaction channels and haters, and this one as well technically, and I'm sure other ones as well. So yeah, I'm sorry. It's so weird that she's it's Foodie does fast food funerals where she goes and eats 17,000 calories in a day because tomorrow I'm starting my diet, so I might as well have 17,000 calories today. It feels like she just did that. Also, when you're going from I was revenge porn, guys, I'm such a victim, I was violated. Have you ever heard of Movember?
It's no whatever, January, because I literally just can't do it anymore.
She literally most people people doing no spend 2025 since November, stuff for charity and stuff like that. It's she's doing no reaction channels for at least January. She's can't even, at least Foodie is pretending she's going to do it for all of 2025.
Happier person And my
Clearly.
mental health is so much better, and it improves drastically when I do not pay attention to the things that are being said about me online, because they are just wild. So for
Then
the
stop.
final last time to clear everything up, I did not leak this video. Tommy and I
believe
were
you.
never trying to sell it.
don't
Tommy
believe
didn't
you.
leak it.
Don't
Alexis
believe you.
didn't leak
Don't
it.
believe you.
No, I'm not going to get the law involved. Everything I am saying.
Of course you're not going to get the law involved, because you literally can't, because you're the one who did it. I love it's just like, I'm going to clear it up once and for all. Nuh-uh. That is her entire argument. There's literally no other argument. There's no actual proof. Oh, sorry, how could I forget about her watertight alibi of, I blew out my birthday candles. How could I send a porn tape?
Is alleged and based on how I feel, based on experience. I am not saying it was Erica. I am not saying
Well, you did say it was Erica in the last video, so.
it was Brittany. I am saying that that's how I feel.
I love she's like doing this whole with like her pretend accent, the saying. Just because it's like, if you actually felt serious about this, and this was not just some weird roleplay thing to try and get a little bit of attention because your channel's dying, you probably would just speak like a normal human.
And that's what makes the most sense to me. Regardless, I'm done. If you've seen the video,
Clearly.
supposedly it's blurry and it's muted. If I was to leak it, I would have kept the song, because I'm telling you, I feel confident in it. I want you to hear it in 4K, and I want you to see it in 3D.
Yeah. Dude, it took me way too long to process the 3D part of that. Because, like, you don't got big titties. Like, your jaw, your fucking lower chins would stick out further than your tits. That's what I'd be seeing in 3D for most of that. That was weird. And also, like I said, it once again takes away from your argument of this being violating and all. It's like, if I was listening, I would show my titties with music playing, because it'd be catch your thing, wanna die young, because I'm going to, because I'm sick or morbidly obese.
But I wanted to do that.
That just came together in my head.
Anyways, I
I
have
wasn't
some things I
listening
have
to
to
that at
do.
all.
My girlfriend's coming to visit me tomorrow, and I am so
Hey, is that what you gotta do? I've got a girlfriend to do.
freaking excited. So I don't
Clearly.
really know what I'm gonna film when she's here, if anything. I really want to enjoy my time with her.
Literally in the last ones in the Q&A, it was like, guys, I'm just going to be busy for 10 days, but don't worry, I'm going to film constantly during, guys. And now in this one, which is apparently filmed afterwards, even though it clearly wasn't, it's her saying, like, the whole, not to say filmed afterwards, like, filmed directly afterwards. Honestly, at this point, I'm sure she probably has been. I think this is probably fairly recent, because it's like, after all the new Alexis drama, suddenly she's coming out to, like, really talk positively about Alexis. It just kind of seems weird, so I think this is a lot more modern than the ones that came out previously.
And I'm really just gonna let all this negativity live within, like, the reaction hater community, because I'm stepping away. And I think you guys are gonna see that based on future content. I want to be more positive, and I really want to make content for the people who enjoy watching me, because they're genuine supporters.
So no one, who, genuinely, who, what content are you gonna make? This is the other thing, you who sits there with your planner and is able to plan out all this incredible content. What are you gonna make? What amazing content are you gonna make for what supporters? What are you gonna come up with that is, like, so fun and so interesting just for your supporters? What's it meant to be? Because I'm not really seeing anything here, especially when your Q&A was pretty much 90% complaining about reaction channels. Okay, that's going to be it. Hopefully this is the end of the Crumbl Cookie thing, because, like I said, I 100% believe it's her. I believe it's an attention-seeking thing. I think it's kind of cringe and pathetic, honestly. Sorry, did I say cringe? Shit, I just violated this poor woman again. Oh, Potato Man, you're such a bastard. All right, that's it. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.